Hello creation, I hope you're well. I've just numbered 1 to 10 down here. I've just written it, it's called It's All Opinion. Number 1. A varying degree of happiness is one I must learn to control. The sooner I can master my emotions, the sooner I shall be released upon parole. Well, that's only opinion, like I say, but we can keep ourselves in our own jail cells, can't we? The prison of the mind, as it were. Number 2. When a landlord's tenant becomes problematic and causes the landlord stress, it is time for the tenant to be removed. This can be likened to the emotional baggage that we accumulate over a lifetime. For an easier ride, we have to release that which affects us. Speaks volumes, doesn't it? It really does. All that's causing us problems has to go. It's all an opinion. Number 3. When one has learned to walk alone in the darkness and overcome all that lurked within the shadows, one shall walk in one's own power and speak one's own truth for the rest of their incarnation upon the physical earth plane. I mean, with that, it really is all about finding your own power. It's about conquering your demons, isn't it? It's about finding the balance between the light and the dark. And there really is, once you've done that, there is nothing to fear. Nothing at all. Number 4. The time when a soul departs and returns to its origin beyond the veil is the exact moment that it was chosen. That was chosen by its higher self for its return. Irrespective of how much effort is in placed by the medical response teams or loved ones, when it's time, it's time. This is agreed in a preordained spiritual contract. This is what I believe, and again, it's all opinion. And like I said, that's what this is called anyway. Number 5. To recognise in another is the only way that we learn to reflect upon our own actions. And that's true, because we mirror onto others, don't we? We project onto others and they mirror back to us that of which we've got to learn. So to recognise in another is the only way that we learn to reflect upon our own actions. Makes total sense to me, Number 6. Where the peace lilies and begonias thrive in the dark or low light conditions, the marigolds and dahlias would perish. If one is to thrive in life, then one must be planted in the correct environment. If one is not flourishing in life, then one must seek a replanting of the self. I love that. I love that, actually. That's true. That's true. Move on. Move on. If you're under conditions that are not doing you any good, move on. Seriously. Cut loose. Get your send on. Number 7. Expectance is often associated with disappointment. This is especially true when we operate from within the ego aspect of self, for what gives us the right to expect anything of others. The only way to avoid disappointment is to be impartial and act without judgment from a neutral perspective. That can be easier said than done, I know. But, for us to become as best, most authentic, impartial self, we've got to release judgment. Because we're not just releasing it of others. Because if we're judging others, we're judging ourselves, because all they're doing is mirroring back to us like it's pre-mentioned in that other one, in that other bullet point. Number 5, that other one. So, if we're judging others, we're judging ourselves in essence, because we're all energy, we're all the same. Anyway, it's all opinion. Number 8. Character is measured by not only how we act or what we say, but by the manner in which of that we portray. Where the shake of one's hand can inform of one's authenticity or sincerity, or lack of it, so too can be said of a fleeting glimpse catching a telling look upon another's face. Body language can, and often does, speak louder than words. There's nothing more true than that, is there? Yeah. I mean, these are just self-explanatory, aren't they? These ones. Number 9. To ignore one's own inner voice or urgings is to deny ourselves of the experience vital to the growth of the soul. This is contentious, this one. Although these actions can be frowned upon by others depending upon the role played by the current incarnation, or within the current incarnation. These actions are deemed imperative in the grand scheme of life, in the eyes of the overall creator. Only by disassociation will a higher perception be achieved. I'm going to read that again actually. To ignore one's own inner voice or urgings is to deny ourselves of the experience vital to the growth of the soul. Right, I understand that. Although these actions can be frowned upon by others, depending upon the role or roles played in their current incarnation, these actions are deemed imperative in the grand scheme of life in the eyes of the overall creator. Only by disassociation will a higher perception be achieved. Right, now I understand that I've read it a few times. Everything's going according to plan, everything's going according to a higher plan, everything and everybody are exactly doing what they're doing, the way they're meant to be, they're doing what they're doing, be that termed good or bad in the grand scheme of life, according to a higher divine plan. That I understand. That I can agree with, because I can disassociate from who's doing what to whom. That's not me being cold, that's just being able to look at it from a higher perspective. So I understand that. Number 10. You know that you are in control when you've overcome the urge to run away at the first sign of trouble or conflict. With maturity comes a deeper understanding of the human psyche. An accumulation of life experience can enhance empathic views and increase one's cognizance. Embracing change is the only way to progress. Adapting to new life experiences can enhance the soul and ultimately project the self beyond the limits of any boundaries. Like that. Yeah. So, those, although some may not, be in agreement or resonate with some of those, or even all of those statements, as it's entitled, it's all opinion, isn't it? It's whatever comes through. But yet again, if some of these can help in any way, shape or form anybody upon their journey of life, if they're struggling, if they've got, if they just think, well, actually I've not thought about it that way, just getting people to look at things from a different angle can shed a lot of light, and it can stop people from going down avenues that they weren't meant to go down, or even get them to go down avenues that they were meant to go down. But in the end, it's all opinion, it's all expression, but it's here to guide, one way or another. Take it or leave it, and that's it really. Alright, anyway, wherever you are, lots of love to you, and these are meant with the purest of intent, these videos. They're meant to help, not hinder. Alright, take care.